So alright, as you guys can see, we have got ourselves another unexpected visitor today. But I am not mad at that. And the only reason why I am not mad at that is because I am going to be a changed man from now on. I am not just going to cast out all the noobs that come to me for my experienced help and such. No, I am going to change them by changing myself and my outlook on said noobs. So I will be getting some stuff together, and I am going to make sure that this noob does not have anything to do with getting my house blown up, by turning him into a special someone who actually knows how to do stuff. Now, like always, my name is of course SubZeroExtabyte, and today I am back with another video, like always of course. But today is of course also going to be another special video. So I want this guy to go build a car just so that I can see how bad he actually is at all of these things. Because I am guessing that he is rather bad and that I will have to help him learn some new stuff, but he seems to be about done, so we will check this all out. And he is writing something on this sign right here, and let's see what he is writing since he has not built a single block yet. Oh, okay, so his imagination and originality are on point. I guess that this is a skill worth having. So he says that he built the invisible boat mobile from SpongeBob his Aquaman. Well, I am not sure that I'm counting that as actually building something. So close, but no cigar for you. That was just a little something that people say when you do something like that. But I will build you a nice car right here, so watch me go. We are going to be doing something really good today. I mean something really good and something really new. Now with that said, I am just going to be building a cool car right here, and we have been building some new stuff for a while now, so that gets pretty complacent pretty fast. But right now we are building something new and modern and cool, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And of course I am going to make more than this because I will be testing his skills a lot today, and he will be going to have to work for it now. So please take notes with everything that I'm going to be doing today. So just make sure that whatever I am doing right now will be something that you can learn a thing or two from, and then we can go on and go out and about so that we can actually finish this thing today. Now you can see that we are using like a lot of lighter wood and light colors like some marble and that kind of stuff, because I really feel like that is something that fits with a video like this right now. And I actually want him to build a snowman next, so we will see how that pans out for him. But if I have to go off of what he did with the car, then well, let's just say that I have not gotten my hopes up just yet. This might become a little annoying though, because it will be taking a lot of work to get finished. Now of course we all know that sometimes we get annoyed in this game, right? I mean, we all have our differences, and usually they are only short lasting and they never really get that much out of hand, right? So I will deal with everything today by helping this young fella and not be mad. That is like the best idea that I have ever come up with right now. But first things first, I am already proud of the fact that I was able to get the idea from myself, which I had applied to the other things in Minecraft. But wait a second, this snowman is looking a little more like a freaking space invader than a snowman. So this guy is really not close at all to getting a cigar. My man, this is just bad. I will have to make up a lot for this guy, but I will be doing it with a lot of pleasure, and I will not be bothered with any of this at all because I am here to help him. As you can see, it is pretty cool, and after some time this whole freaking thing will have come all the way down, and I could not be more excited for this right now. I mean, for some reason I am just ready to teach you guys some new stuff so that I can finally be of some use in your lives. I know that sounds weird, but let me just have this moment so that I can actually feel like I am accomplishing something for a change, which actually feels kind of new to me, but it also feels good. So I am just going to be going with that, and I will continue doing this for the rest of the day or the rest of the video, whichever ends first. I mean, a lot of stupid stuff has happened throughout the last couple of weeks, but you know, I guess that this is just my life right now. Even though I must confess that the things that we have been doing the last week are pretty okay. I mean, there were no sightings of random people who tried to mess with me or anything like that, so that is something that I really do appreciate right now. Now that does not mean that everything is over and said and done and all of that, because it is not. I can feel that a war is coming. I am just not sure about the timing of said war. At least right now I will be building a giant snowman, and I will be able to fend off anyone who will be trying to stop me, because I mean, look at this thing. It is huge. It will destroy anything that comes in its way. I mean, once it is finished, of course, which will take a while because this thing is like the Death Star. But it will be cool though. I care about you, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy Minecraft to its fullest potential. And I want you guys to be reaching your full potential. Of course in Minecraft, but also outside of Minecraft, because I just want my viewers and fans to succeed in whatever they are doing. And by they I of course mean you. But let's get back to business before we wander off too much. So while I am building this little big thing snowman farm right here, I will tell you what will happen. I am just not sure about the timing of said war. It might be coming soon, but it might not. Right now I cannot give a clear answer on that, but what is necessary for me and my morale right now is that we get this thing done. I mean, just look at how good we are doing with this house right now. So just take a look. And by the way, I hope that you are paying close attention, because I am not going to show you this again. But once we are done with this house, I will have a new and cool little friend for myself to help me fend all the bad guys of with and in. And of course you guys too. I mean, it is the harsh truth at this point, but it is just something that I will have to cope with until everything right here has all been sorted out. And I can tell you that when the day comes, I am going to be celebrating so hard that it actually is pretty insane to myself. I mean, I am going to be excited like crazy once I am all done with this thing, because I just think that after all this time that I just deserve a little break from everything right now. I mean, we have been through a lot the last couple of months, but doing stuff like this will help, even though I can already guess that this noob is going to be messing up a lot during his trial as my new apprentice. That will not really bother me that much, because I feel like there is a lot that people can learn, and I should not discard the people that are willing to learn, because you know, if you are someone who wants to learn, then I think that you should be able to learn whatever you want without any judgment. So that is something that I will be providing for these noobs and Steves and stuff as well. So near new me. So I am just going to be hoping that this new approach to my apprentice teaching actually works. Otherwise, like I just said, I am going to be a dead man. Okay, maybe not a dead man, because it is not like the noobs are that violent, but I am just going to be making sure that once I get this done that I'm going to go right back to bed for like a week, because right now I actually am kind of a dead man when it comes to this. I mean, there is no such thing as getting too much help for me right now, because right now it just feels like I am not even doing anything anymore. All day long I am just roaming around Minecraft and stuff without a thought, and I am just so tired that I have got no idea what to go do. But then when I think that I might be able to go do something, and the second that my head hits my pillowcase, there is another person at my door, and I have got to get up again to be able to help the noobs. I mean, there is no better feeling than this. But all of that will soon come to an end, because I actually feel confident about this right now. But however I might be feeling about this new me of mine that I am building, it will still take a lot of time before I am actually done with this thing, because there is just so much work to do right now. Maybe I should hire some noobs to come and work for me and help me with this thing. Oh wait, never mind, that is not what I should do, because I already have a noob helping me right now. Or actually I am more sort of like helping him, but that is none of your business. So just to get that out there, I hope that you all can learn something today and can enjoy this and have yourselves a great freaking time with SubZero the Science Hero. That is actually quite a cool name if you ask me. I actually came up with that name on the spot. I might become a freestyle rapper soon if all of this is just going to continue, because sometimes I actually think that I have a mad flow in my videos, but again that might just be me being silly. Now this noob will actually have to start building a nice little house for me to see if he actually can get the basics down, so we will see how that pans out while I fend off these snowmen. I am just thinking out loud right now, so just bear with me so that we can actually get done with some stuff right here, because otherwise we are still going to be building on this thing for the better part of a year or something like that. But to be honest, that is just an educated guess on my end of the spectrum. But let's continue with what I was saying a minute ago, and I was talking about building a cool house, because this is something that I think is really awesome, because the brick and mortar house is by far my favorite one out of all of the styles that you have got around here today, which is not that good now that I start thinking about it. It is actually smart that I think about this kind of stuff right now before I start doing them in the first place, but still that would be pretty cool. At least that is what I think. I mean, no one is going to expect a thing right now, and that is exactly what I want with this right here. So no one will ever be able to go and start stealing some of my ideas again, which is good, so that I do not have go out and make more stuff over and over and over and over again, like I always have to do. So alright, if I may say so myself, I think that the House of Noobs, aka the Noob House, is coming along pretty nicely. Of course we are just setting up the walls and stuff right now, But like Donald Trump says, there is nothing better than a wall. Okay, he did not really say that, but just let me have a moment here, okay? But yeah, even though we are still building the walls so that everything is sturdy in here, it is actually looking pretty nice. But alright, also decoration is low-key, just high-key right now, so get going on that as well. Just light this bad boy up with like torches and all that kind of stuff. Just whatever you think will fit into this thing, because ultimately it will become your house and maybe one day even your home. And you know how I feel about building a home rather than a house, because a house is just that, a house. It is 4 walls and a roof. But a home is so much more than that. I mean, it still is 4 walls and a roof, but right now it also is filled with love, like a real home should be filled with, in my opinion, of course. To be honest, seeing him build this new home right now also makes me feel at home for some reason, and because I always used to make these things a couple of years back when I was just playing on my own instead of with you guys. But you know, that might actually just be me rambling, to be honest. Who knows actually? I just know that it feels good to be making this thing right now. But of course I am going to keep feeling this feeling of being home and this feeling of nostalgia. So I thought that today I am going to be pursuing that feeling of nostalgia. And I mean, I really love the feeling of nostalgia just because it makes me feel at home, and it gives me a little throwback to my childhood and stuff. So I am just going to go ahead and do whatever it takes to get that nostalgic feeling back into my veins. And that is really something that I long for right now. Even though all of this has nothing to do with the modern house tutorial, I just feel like sometimes it is just good to talk about things like this, because you could just build this house right here, and it would not feel like home. That would be a bad thing, I guess. So alright, as you may have seen right there, the walls are done, and this wall is going to allow you to just stay with it, and it will not let anyone else in. So that is really cool. And of course no one will notice that this thing is there, because like I said, no one is going to just be running into a wall without knowing that there is something up with that thing. That is why the wall/pillar on the train station in London works that well. I mean, who is going to suspect some random wall for something like that? I mean, no one is just going to take their card and run into a pillar like that. So I mean, all of those people that work in the wizarding world have got all of their secret and magic stuff figured out really well. But now I am just going to have to perform the same trick, because otherwise I am still going to be eating cake for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Even though that is for beginners, you do not even know. That was a quote from a song by Donald Glover, aka the Childish Gambino. And he is a cool guy. Again, not that this makes any sense right here now. So I am just going to be hoping that this noob approach to the house actually works. Otherwise, like I just said, I am going to be real cool man. Okay, maybe not a cool man, because it is not like the houses are that cool. But I am just going to be making sure that once I get this done that I'm going to go right back to bed for like a week. Because right now I actually am kind of a dead man when it comes to this. I mean, there is no such thing as getting too much sleep for me right now. Because right now it just feels like I am not even doing anything anymore. All day long I am just roaming around my house and stuff without a thought, and I am just so tired that I have got no idea what to go do. But then when I think that I might be able to go to bed, and the second that my head hits my pillowcase, there is another person at my door and I have got to get up again to be able to defend the fort. I mean, there is not worse feeling than this. But all of that will soon come to an end, because I actually feel confident about this right now. Now we are basically done, so that I can test to see if this base is fully operational. Yes, I just quoted Star Wars. What are you going to do about it? That is right, there is nothing that you can do about it, because right now SubZeroExtabyte is a free man. Of course that means if there will be no visitors coming around right now, because then he would have been able to hear my entire plan and I would be screwed either way. But of course that does not matter right now. So just like I said, there is going to be a lot changing around here, since I cannot just go out and about anymore, and I will have to stick close to my house, because otherwise there will be a lot going on throughout my days. And then with a lot going on in my days, I mean like sleeping and gaming and recording and sleeping and gaming and recording and sleeping and gaming and recording and much more. Well, okay, that was a lie. Not really much more, because I only do those things on a regular basis, but you get my point, right? Anyway, I have like a super duper smart feeling that the noob is really starting to improve on his building, you know? I am actually kind of proud of him. He has come a very long way, and I hope you did too. Even though it seems like this guy has just built like a huge garage, which does not really matter that much. I mean, it still looks kind of good, not as good as my build though. But what can you expect, right? But with all of that said, it is time for me to move on with this and to not get distracted anymore. So I am closing the video right now. I still hope that you have enjoyed this as much as ever, and I would love to see you guys in the next video.